So I'm gonna play a little game. I'm going to shuffle it 3 times, and whatever it lands on, I will sing it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is
Hostage. Take the sick mind for hostage.
So welcome to my channel for those of you that are new and those that are welcome back. Let's get real here. It's going to be August here in about 20 days. That means I have to go to school in 20 days. So I think this video is going to be fun. It's going to be 20 times I almost had a meltdown at college. So I was thinking about how I should organize it. Should I organize it from 20 to 1, so like still a good one to the very best one, or chronologically? But I think I'm gonna go with chronologically from the first day to the last day. 20 times I almost had a meltdown. So I'm not trying to talk your ear off. What kind of clap was that? Let's get into it. Guys, these are so funny. Okay. The first one I labeled as dorm shopping. That was so stressful because my brother is almost 8 years older than me, so I look up to him. He knows the ropes of college since he's been before me. But mind you, that was in like 2010, okay? It's 2017. Like, this is not how things work anymore. Nevertheless, I signed up to be in a really big dorm that holds 4 people. So that means we have our own bathroom and our own kitchen. He didn't believe me that we had our own bathroom and our own kitchen. So when it came to dorm supplies, he was like, why do you need a bath mat? Why do you need a shower curtain? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, because I have my own bathroom and my own kitchen. And he was like, no. And then he got mad and he left Target. And he called my parents and he was telling them that I was having a fit and I was saying that I'm having my own kitchen and bathroom. Long story short, move into the dorm and they're like, wow, you have your own bathroom and kitchen. I was like, wow, I already told you that. So I didn't want to admit to anybody that I was nervous. Instead of saying nervous, I said excited. Like, yeah, I'm really excited to go to school. But really, I was like freaking out. My parents are pretty old for my age group. They're in their 60s, okay? And I get it, they're old and they don't want to help me unpack, but they just said, you unpack, and they left, you guys. They literally bolted after we took the elevator to move in my stuff. They're like, you unpack everything, blah, 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 goodbye, good riddance, and they stayed in their hotel room, and they didn't come back until the morning. And I was like, what? And I had to unpack all that stuff, and I was the first to move in out of 4 because the rest of the other 3 girls were moving in the next day. And so I had to sleep in an unpacked, undecorated, cold, no heat dorm room by myself. That was something. Rush week. I don't even need to explain that. That is just everything in itself. Stay tuned to my channel because I'm going to be making a bunch of lookbooks for Rush Week, what you should wear, what you should do, what you should say, and things like that. I am a concert virgin. Vic Mensa was coming, you guys. Like, the Vic Mensa. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, his concert's free. This is gonna be so lit. And all you have to do is be 18 because it's in the club. And I was like, yes! Like, me and my friends were gonna go. And we got into the long line. And I got my hand stamped. And I was like, yes, I'm in. But my friend forgot her ID. Okay, I love her so much. But we had to leave out of the line, and because I wasn't gonna stay there by myself, like who stays there by themselves? So we went on a bus back to the dorm, went on another bus, came back to the line. I luckily, by the grace of God, got in again, but then she brought a friend, and the friend couldn't get in because then he said there was too many people. And I was like, no! And I wasn't gonna be that friend that just goes in and doesn't let the friends go in. So then, long story short, I still have never been to a concert in my whole entire life. So I had really early classes in the morning, starting at 7:30 in the morning, okay? So I had a 2-hour gap from my 7:30 to my 10:30, okay? So I had time in between to eat. How many times am I gonna say so? So, I would want to eat naturally. The only things that are open that early are eggs and cereal, okay? I have no problem with that. I could eat eggs and cereal for my whole life. But the school's eggs are so nasty. They're not real eggs, and I just, like, I died first semester because what else was I gonna eat? Like I grew up on 2% milk. I hate anything but 2% milk. They only had 1% skim and whole. Like who, or fat free, like who drinks that? Me and my friends had an outing on a Friday night, and then I came back to my dorm and I went to sleep like normal, okay? But I woke up and I was so itchy. You guys, my body had broken out in hives. I had gotten chicken pox. Like, what the heck? Like, I woke up and my body literally looked like Wakanda. Like, literally, my body looked like Wakanda. Like, I cannot, it looked like Black Panther. For all of the stupid people in the dorms that pulled the fire alarm. This happened at least 20 times, not even exaggerating, like Bible. I had a 95-minute class,
which is really, really long for me to go without eating.
So naturally, I was just, maybe I have something in my bag, whether it be Velveeta or Cheez-Its. I dig around in my little backpack and I'm like, oh, I have Cheez-Its. But I knew these Cheez-Its were not good, you guys, because they had been in my bag for like months. And they were old and they were all crushed into like those little tiny pieces, and I had spilled a bottle of perfume on them, and they were just dirty at the bottom of my bag, and like it's been through rain, it's been on the floor, on the bus, it's been everywhere, okay? I was so desperate to eat, and so I ate them like with like the little crumbs. I was like it was not a good decision, because literally 5 minutes later, I just hear in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, like I'll be fine. And like my breath doesn't even smell like cheese, it smells like perfume, like literally. It did not take long for my mouth to start sweating and my neck to start sweating, and I could feel the inside of my stomach start to sweat. Guys, I had to take the of a lifetime. Oh my gosh. I quickly like stuffed my notes in my bag. I'm like running up the million steps because this is a 700-person lecture. I'm like running up the stairs. I'm like running to the bathroom. I run to the bathroom.
Closed for cleaning.
I'm clenching my ass cheeks. Like the inside of my ass cheeks are just sweating and my mouth is sweating. And so I had to climb up to I was in the basement and I climbed all the way up to the 3rd floor, you guys. I was like, and like clenching my butt cheeks at the same time. Long story short, pack a snack for your 95-minute class. Comment bubble guts if you're still watching this video. Okay, so the next 5 that I mentioned, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, will be all together in a co-whatever story. So, number 1, the first thing that happened was I was in my dorm room studying, and I accidentally backed my chair into a mirror, and the mirror fell and broke. And I am a believer in superstitions, and I knew I was going to have 5 years of bad luck. Then, the next chain of events that happened was we have this thing at school called FACs. FAC stands for Friday After Class, okay? And it's for sororities and fraternities to like mingle between 6 and 10 because you're busy with school and studying and you don't really get to meet other people that aren't in your chapter as often. So Friday after school, FAC is for that. I have never been to an FAC, okay? And I was like, this is my time, my hair looks good, my makeup looks good, my outfit looks bomb, and there was this boy that I wanted to see, and I was like,
yes, honey.
Anybody, any age can go, 18, 19, 20, whatever, doesn't matter. But they have a rule that at 8 o'clock, nobody underneath the age of 18 can get in. And I was like, yes, this is my moment. It's 7:30. So me and my friends hop on the bus and we look good. My mom calls me, you guys. It is like 7:55 and I'm like trying to get her off the phone. And I'm like, okay, mom, goodbye, mom. I'm like, okay, mom, goodbye, mom. It's Friday.
Goodbye, Mom.
8:01 rolls around and I'm like, hey, like I give him my ID and he's like, sorry, I cannot let you in. I was like, it's and he's like, it's 8:01. Now it's 8:02. I can't let you in. And all my friends and everybody's inside and I'm like about to cry, like literally about to cry, and I can't get in. And did I mention it was the middle of winter, January, okay? And I'm in a skirt, some heels, and a lace top. Literally, like, what? And so then I wasn't gonna be that person that's like, okay, like no one can have fun. So I said, you guys can have fun. And I went home by myself, okay? Never go home by yourself, but I did. And then everything went wrong. But one thing went good. I met a subscriber in the Jimmy John's. But next, I was waiting for the bus to take me back to my dorm. And I saw the bus, and I was running and running and running and running and running. And then it just thunder snows, and then the lightning cracks, and it's snowing. And the bus driver literally sees me, and he drives away. Like literally, he drove away and saw me and waved and said goodbye. And so I'm crying and I'm a mess, and then I call for like a $10 Uber, and when I live 2 minutes away, then I make it back to my dorm, and my friend has a hoverboard, and so like I was like, I've never used a hoverboard, like let me try and use your hoverboard. I use the hoverboard, I fall on my butt, okay? I fell on my butt. Not my leg, my butt. And
I have a big butt, so like it didn't hurt or anything.
But I wake up in the middle of the night around like 4 a.m. screaming at the top of my lungs. And I had immense pain in my leg. And I was like, what is going on? And then my leg is just fat. And I'm just like, oh, this is just a dream. I go back to sleep and I'm about to turn on my side and I just scream bloody murder. And I was just, like it was so bad, and my leg was like fat and it was like pulsating. I made a video about this, guys. I am not making any of this up or fabricating it or making a big deal. All of this happened. I hear a knock at my door, and then I'm like, oh, who is it? And I like limp towards the door, and then I hear a loud, and then I'm like, did someone just fall on my door or collapse? I open the door and like I can like smell something, and my door is literally puked on and vandalized. What the? Someone came to knock on my door when I was sleeping, and this is what they did. They just projectile vomited all over my door. Math was very hard and very frustrating. I made a couple vlogs about this, mentioning that one time our class took a test and the high was a 52%. The high was a 52%. In math, I ended with a 55%. And that translated to a B+. That's how hard the math class was. I was walking off the bus, and then someone came on where you get off, and they knocked my phone over out of my hand, and it totally cracked my screen and everything, and my camera, everything was cracked. And I looked at him and I said,
Hey, you broke my phone.
He looked at me and he ran off the bus because he knew I was gonna make him pay for that. I had to take an online class as a business student that taught me PowerPoint, Access, Excel, Word, all of that stuff. Oh my gosh! You have to like install special software so that you can like take the online class, and I literally had a breakdown. Like this is a full-on meltdown call I had to my mom, and I was like, I want to drop out of college, like I can't do this. Like how, if I can't even get past this online class, like how can I even get far in life? I had an English assignment the second week of school on like the first half of the book that we read, and we just had to write a paragraph synopsis essay to the prompt, like a question that he asked.
And that was super easy because I'm a really good writer.
And I went to office hours, I went to the writing lab, I even asked another professor to look at it, and she was like, oh, it's great. I would give it a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Honey, I get this paper back, and I got a 5.5 out of 10. 5.5. And I was mad, not only because I got a 5.5, but I was mad because I got a 5.5, and I went to office hours, and he said it was good.
The professor said it was good, but he gave me a 5.5.
The highest score I ever got in that class was an 8. An 8 out of 10. And it wasn't just me, it was everybody in the class. The highest score I ever heard of is an 8.5. So I guess I did pretty well. Last one, finals. Doesn't need any explanation, but I will give it an explanation. I had finals every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, on the last day of school. Everyone was gone and I had to stay, and it was just, I couldn't keep up, but I made it. I passed all of them, and I'm a free woman. Yes. Thanks for watching. Those are all of the times, 20 times I almost had a meltdown, but kind of had a meltdown breakdown. I hope you enjoyed the funny stories. Thank you so much for watching. That is it. That is all I had. There's nothing more. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Just kidding, I'm not sorry, because what are you gonna do about it? See you in the next one.